I started working on this film about 7 years ago, and somewhere after struggling with it for a long time, it became 2 films. And what I'm really happy is that MakeDox is showing both films, because for me they make like one experience. The films are called Non-Aligned and Cine Guerrillas, Scenes from the Labudovic Reels. That's the name of the diptych. And they tell the story of the life of Sevan Labudovic, who was a cameraman of the Yugoslav newsreels, assigned to travel with President Tito. Taking the films to countries that don't know anything about Yugoslavia or history, because there's always this lovely element of people being surprised by the story. But the emotional reaction when people in the former Yugoslavia watch the films is obviously the thing that really makes it special for me. So showing it to audiences whose story it is, even though they don't know it or the generations might have forgotten it, is for me incredibly magical, really, really magical. This is my favorite festival of any festival I've ever been to, so to come back is really special, and I remember the energy and the atmosphere when we showed The Other Side of Everything here, and it's an incredibly welcoming audience and it feels very close and intimate, so I'm really, really excited to be able to show it here tonight.
The film is it's a family portrait, and it's the story of my own family during the time span of 30 years. And my family lives in Norway, I live in Denmark. So my brother passed away like 25 years ago, and I moved away from Norway, moved away from all the memories, and we never really were able to talk about this loss. At some point, like in the present time, like my dad loses his job and he decides to move by himself, like sell the childhood home and move back to Denmark. And this will be like, then the family, everyone will be by themselves and we will all be separate. So like in an attempt to stop this, I go back home and try to make them talk about the loss now and the pain. The artificiality of the camera, me as a director, and the presence of the camera is sort of helpful, I think, to have these conversations. I really like these outdoor venues, and it's really beautiful in the evening, and so many people sitting around with cigarettes and beers, and yeah, just very nice atmosphere. I like it.
It was a long time period, 10 years, so it's also a period where I changed as a person, as a partner, as a friend, as a daughter, as a sister-in-law. So by filming, I was following my intuition, like you feel something in your stomach and then you go for it. And I mean, some scenes were really, really long. I mean, when we were watching them in the editing room, we discussed a lot and talked a lot, like how to put the scene in a certain place in the film so that everyone is respected and that it tells the story in a proper way.
Maybe it's interesting to mention the voiceover, because we realized after like making the structure of the film that we need a layer which is gonna give like Tea's perspective from the present moment. So I think that she actually reflected all of her like feelings and thoughts about the scenes and the situations and about the dress in the voiceover.
Well, I believe that with the film we managed to capture these different normalities, because some people don't have the capacity to understand different normalities. So when you show them with the picture, it creates new perspective. So I believe we managed to do that, and this is important for me and the family. But I believe it's also important for Kosovo, for the entire region, because it provides a perspective that it's unique, like universal. It's not only for Kosovo and Croatia. And also we try to capture the experience of Mirsad living in Croatia and how he is getting difficult with finding a job, but also the racism that he experienced in Kosovo. So it's all the small stories that provide perspective to the audience that didn't had the possibility to be in the shoes of other people.